Hey guys, and welcome back to another video on the Robuilder YouTube channel. Today, oh man, today I just have to build like a ton of random assets. I'll go ahead and read down the list real quick right after I tell you what they're for. So right now, I'm working on the biggest commission of my life. I can't say all the details about it or show you guys the progress in game, but I can work on some of the assets. So what we got today, we need a new fountain, umbrellas for like outdoor tables. We need like a I don't even know what it's called, like a reception desk, but a cool one. Some monitors, some office drawers, a coffee machine, balloons, ice cream carts, a dessert display counter, and then some desserts like a cupcake, a bagel, and a cake. So we have quite a bit of a very random bit of modeling to do today, and I could say about 80% of this stuff I've never made before. So that's another thing that's going to be quite interesting. Alright, so I think to kick things off, I want to go ahead and do the umbrella. It is an umbrella for tables, so it's not a, like a normal umbrella that you'll be holding. But nonetheless, it should be pretty simple. I'm going to go 12. I like to keep the poly counts very, very low, or at least the lowest I can to avoid lag. This could be something like this. It could be scaled down. Oh gosh, we need to scale all of it down. And then S and Z, bring it up something like that. Should be a-okay for what I'm trying to do. Now, I'm going to grab this face, duplicate it, something like this, and extrude scale, just like that, and then bring it down. This gives us our umbrella shape very easily. We're going to extrude this one more time. Something along there looks good to me. And then S to bring it out just a hair, I to inset, E to extrude back up, like so. I could probably go like all the way back up, and then just S to scale in. So something like that. Now I want to go ahead and grab each of these faces and extrude those, and then add a little gap so it just has like a little bit more design to it. So something like this, and then I'll be splitting each of these. So I'll grab this line here, press V, and do something like this, and then I'll have to fill in all of those gaps. All right, I did decide to do this a little bit in an easier way, so I extruded the individual faces, and now I can just kind of scale each of them in. It'll take a lot less time, and yeah, just really a lot less time. The other way would have taken a very long time. Now I don't want all of these to be the exact same scale. I'm trying to give it a little bit of vibe, you know. But yeah, this way's definitely a lot easier. And now I'm gonna grab all of these little flanges. I don't even know what you would call them, but I'm gonna grab all of them and bring them down just a hair more, because I meant to have them a little longer. Something like that. And then we just gotta grab this top with L, bring it down so it matches up with the little, I guess I could have a little design on the top as well. Or maybe just a point? Sure, why not? Looks good to me. This can go up a hair, something like that. And there we go. There's our table umbrellas. I will have to separate this into pieces so I can color it in studio, but that is a mission for a little later. Let's shade smooth and auto smooth it to make it look the best we possibly can, and move it to the side and start the next asset. All right, guys, for the next asset, I'm going to go ahead and make the monitor. So yeah, that should be pretty simple and straightforward overall. I'm just going to grab a cube, hop on into edit mode, S and Z, scale it down this way a little bit, make it a little flatter, and the game overall, they want more of a modern S style, so let's go for a slight curved monitor, something like that. And of course, this is still a bit chunky, so let me drag that back as well, since, you know, nowadays everything is uber smooth and uber small. And then we'll inset this like so, something like that should work, and then extrude it a little bit backwards so we have the actual monitor itself. And now we need to do stand, so I'm going to duplicate this, SZ, my bad. Bring that down, extrude it, so we have the back portion. And I want to have a little bit of style in this as well, so I guess I could go ahead and grab this, scale on the Y-axis a little bit, something like that. We'll drop the top angle down a little bit, just to have some pizzazz and some style, you know? We might as well add even a bit more style. I'm going to grab these and bring them down just a hair. Actually, let's go up. Maybe up on the top and down on the bottom? Yeah, something like that looks pretty cool. Grab this bottom face here. Or should we go straight out the back? We should probably go straight out the back. So Shift D once again, S and Z, make it a nice square, extrude it out, and then we'll extrude this portion down. And then we'll just need to, you know, give a little bit of shape over here. So let's grab this, drop it down a little bit. We could probably add a slight bevel on everything as well, but, you know, I don't I don't know yet. See about that. Fronts need to meet up with the monitor, so kind of go a bit, something like that. All right. And then we need the actual base for the monitor. So let me grab this right here, Shift D, and then we'll just scale this up, something along those lines. And we got a little monitor. There we go. Let's shade smooth and auto smooth, make it look really clean. And I'll probably add some bevels as well, just to more modernize. I think that cleaned up rather nice, guys. We added a bevel to the bottom, to the corners, and then to this back piece here. I think that looks pretty good. So now the monitor is done. Let's move it along over here with our other assets. So let me bring it up a little. There we go. What do we want to do next? I guess we could go ahead and do like a low poly balloon. So for this, I'm going to just bring in a UV sphere and put on my proportional editing, go to edit mode, grab top vertex, something like, actually it'd be bottom vertex. So we're actually making a balloon. Let me press G to see how big this, oh, proportional editing. There we go. G, probably up a little bit. And let's just move this down like so. So now we have a balloon shape. And we need a little thing at the bottom to, you know, show that it's a balloon, I suppose. So let me go ahead and press C, grab all of these faces. I'm gonna do Shift D, scale those down. Let me turn off proportional. Scale those down, and then extrude them, scale them up, and then inset them, and extrude them up, and scale. Now I'm gonna press L on all of this, scale it way down, and maybe along the Z-axis, so it has a little bit of size, something like this. Looks okay. Scale it up a little bit, and then I will shade smooth and auto smooth, and there we go. We got a little balloon. I'll add strings and stuff in Studio, but for now, yeah, I don't think we need very fast balloon. That was nice. All right, up next, just because I think I have an idea for it, let's do the dessert display counter. I think this will be a pretty simple one to do overall. I'm gonna drag this side out, and I'm gonna bevel this edge right here to give a nice curve. Probably a couple more there, something like that. We're gonna put, let's say, 2 right here, and bevel those with only 1. These are literally just for like you know, counter edges, I suppose. And then we're gonna need to do them on the outsides as well. Let me grab that, make one here, and I'm gonna do S and Y to bring those to the sides and just like guesstimate them to about the same distance as the. Looks good. Now all I'm gonna do is grab these faces, which are gonna be glass in Roblox, and extrude them in just like that. Now we can add a bit of a bevel to the outsides here, a very, very light bevel though. I don't want it to be harsh. I just want it to look a little like a smoother model. We'll add something. Oh, that's probably a little too little. Something like that definitely works for me. And in Studio, that will look a lot better. Trust and believe. Let's go ahead and drag that on. All right, time to make a little like cabinet or like drawers, something like that. Let's spawn in a cube. These are going to be a bit taller, not a perfect cube. We're going to do a standing rectangle, something along these lines. And then I want to bring this right in half. Sure, why not? I'll add a bevel to that just so we have like a gap in the middle between the drawers. Now I'll grab these 2 faces, inset those. I guess the inset would have made the gap, so we actually don't need to do that loop cut in the middle. Well, we need a loop cut, but not a bevel on it. So like that, and then the inset will make the gap. Yes, perfect. Now we will extrude these faces out just a hair to give those sort of, or should we go in? Yeah, let's go in a little bit. I think that looks a little better, honestly. And then we need to do some handles on them as well. Something like this, and then we're gonna, of course, go ahead and add our bevel around because, yo, it needs it for sure. Very light bevels, though. Like, I have to stress that because a lot of times I be beveling stuff like crazy. But I just need really light bevels to kind of just add in that little bit of softness and make it look more presentable, I suppose. Like this already a lot better. I don't know if I want to bevel these or not. I'm gonna give it a shot and see how it looks. Just like a really light, yeah, I think that does make it look a bit better. And then shade smooth and auto smooth. There we go, our little office drawer thing done. All right, up next is the reception desk, I guess you could call it. And they have a very specific reference image for this, so I have to try to follow that to the best of my abilities. I don't know exactly how I want to do it yet, but we're about to figure it out. So we're gonna need just loop cuts for days, something like this, I think. And then we want to grab our tool here. How big is this? All right, let's see. So we need this edge brought out, but oh, it needs to affect like the whole of it. Why does alt click no longer select like the whole surrounding? That's weird. So let's do that. And can we do this one too? Okay, so out, in, and then we need to go out again, and then like the middle one could go out. Okay, something like this. Sort of. It definitely needs to be cleaned up. This one's actually gonna take me a little minute. All right, so I think I pretty much have what they're looking for now. It turned out okay. I definitely think I could clean it up even more, but I don't know exactly how off the top of my head. So for now, this is what we're working with, and it looks pretty identical to the actual picture. So let's go ahead and move this over here. What do we have up next on this list? The fountain. That one should be really easy. Now, once again, there is a reference image, so there's not really too much room for awesome creativity here, but we could definitely still do a bit. Since this is more of a meeting spot, it's not going to be the 12-sided circle I usually use. I'll probably go up to like 24. We just want to make it look a bit more clean. All right, so for this fountain, it is a pretty simple fountain overall. You just have to do this. Inset, it looks to be, we're going to have a little thing in the middle, like a little spot here, and then something here with a bevel, and then here, let's scale this in. We'll kind of go all the way up, this is actually a bit too thick, so let me do, which will go all the way up. Okay, it actually looks like it gets smaller each time, so this only has to go up to the first thing here, the next like fountain pool. So let's just do that. Then this next one is smaller. Yep, then we have one of these again. And then I think there's like one more small one at the top. Bring that up, just, yeah, something like that should work. All right, so something like this for the fountain, and adding shade smooth and auto smooth on it will definitely clean it up so much. And I'll go ahead and add in water and stuff like that, particles, everything like that in studio. But there is the fountain. Alrighty guys, the coffee machine is calling my name, okay? Now, I don't drink coffee, I never have, and I don't spend my days looking at coffee machines, so we're gonna try our best here. If they want a revision on this specific item, I will not have a problem with it, because I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing, but I'm gonna give it my wholesome all, okay? So, first things, I know they're a bit rectangular, something like this. And let's go ahead and add in some loop cuts here. We'll just add in 2 loop cuts and drag this front face forward a little bit. And this is where the actual, like, the coffee pot, I guess, would be sitting. Now let's go ahead and add a loop cut. We probably should have added this other loop cut first, so it's actually straight. Yeah, let's do that. We'll add another loop cut here, and then we'll re-drag this front face out. Something like that. Let's grab all 3 of these faces and extrude those up. So we'll have something along these lines, maybe like this high, and then add another set of extruding. Let's bring all of these forward, like so, something like that. Now I want to bevel the whole top side. So this top, I don't know why I'm like getting this weird selection now with Alt, but hey, it's all good. There we go. I want to add a slight bevel on here, a little more pronounced than the other ones, but still pretty slight in the overall look of. All right, now what I want to do, I think I'm going to grab this face, try to make 2 buttons out here. So let's just grab that, extrude it. That is a lot. S and Z, scale it down even a bit more, and we'll have 2 buttons sort of centralized, a little off center on each side, so something like that should work. I will do a E and then S to kind of do a little something. Oh gosh, I was grabbing the whole part there. There we go. Now I can do E, S. Actually, I don't want to scale them together. There we go. Now we got 2 little buttons on it. Now I'm going to add in a cylinder for down here and one for up here, maybe like a light type of thing. All right guys, something like this, and then I'll need to look up like an actual coffee pot and model one of those for the inside. Oh, we also need a bit of a nozzle down here. So to make that, I think I'll just duplicate this cylinder down here, bring it straight up, scale it down, back down just a hair. Definitely a lot smaller. Grab this face here, boom, and now we have a bit of a nozzle. I don't really, yeah, I think that'll work. Cool. Shade smooth and auto smooth. Now let me go ahead and make a coffee pot. All right, guys, not the absolute best by any means, but I'm not I'm not sure, okay? I just wanted to have a little cute little thing, all right? So I think for now it looks good. Once again, if they want any revisions, I would definitely. All right, low poly ice cream cart, let's go. For this, we're gonna start out with a cube, as per usual. Oh gosh, not a line. We need face select. Here we go. I'm gonna grab all of the cube and scale it on the y-axis to make it a little bit lengthier. Something like this. I think we're gonna have wheels on this side and pegs on this side. I think that would probably be our best scenario here. So let's do ES and kind of bring this out a little bit, bring it up, and then inset like so. And then we will extrude it downwards, so we have a bit of a space to actually work with ice cream. We should actually probably divide that in half. And then now this would be the actual space that you work for ice cream. And then this would be like a countertop. You could actually, you know, set your ice cream up on. Something like that. I think that's a pretty good idea. I do want to add a loop cut inside here and just scale that out a little bit. Maybe add a bevel later on to make it softer, but just for a little more shape. Up next, I think I'm going to add a bevel on every hard edge we have, honestly, because I just want a good, like, soft look, but still nice. I will need to fix this, just happy. All right, something like that definitely looks all right. Let's go into our edit mode, grab our face, or our line act. Perfect. We'll grab these well, and we're just going to move the over a little bit, something like this. I might actually do that all the way around. Let me control Z and grab this face. I actually like having, like, a sort of a dish look, so I'm going to do that all around, just like this. And now we have all the sides kind of coming in. That's really, let me shade smooth and auto smooth so it looks quite a bit better. There we go. Definitely gonna need to add a little bevel on this edge so it's not as noticeable. Yeah, definitely helped it out. All right, guys, so far so good. Here's what we got, and now I'm gonna add wheels onto this side. So I think for wheels I can use a cylinder, and we're gonna need to make this quite a bit. I'm gonna go ahead and do like 64. I know, a lot more than I usually do, but for the style that they want, I think I have to, you know, quite a bit here. Let me move these somewhere to where I want them. I think I want to line them up, like, pretty perfectly. All right, that looks good. And yes, they are going to be quite massive, because, you know, if someone's pushing this, like, the bigger the wheel, the easier it is, I think. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead, sink this back, and make it just like a skinny tire. All right, I guess it can't actually, like, if we're going for any bit of realism, it can't actually be inside. That would definitely mess some stuff up here. So let's go ahead and add a bevel to both sides here, and that's going to give the roundness we tire itself, just like that. Now I'm going to grab this part right here and inset all the way down to here. To extrude, as to scale, extrude, as to scale. Give a little, that's definitely too big. Something like that. And then we need to select, let's try select and checker. There we go. And we are going to extrude these inwards, just like that. And now we have a wheel. It's pretty good. I may delete this back face so you can see through it. Delete face. And then I would need to, I guess I'd have to do it on both sides then. I think I'll just keep it like this. I think it'll work. And then you just got to press L, Shift D, R180, and throw it on the up. And then in studio, I'll be adding like the balloons and stuff on top of this as well. So there's the ice cream cart. What's left? Okay, we have the cupcake, a bagel, and a cake. Oh, food items. Let me think for a second. You know what? I probably should just run it. Let's see. They can't be that hard. I just need to, I always overcomplicate things. So let's go ahead with a cylinder. Not this many sides. We could do 24. Sure, why not? Grab the top here. And this is literally a cake, okay? So we could do a slight bevel up here, like that. Slight bevel on the bottom, like that. And, I mean, this is honestly a cake. Let me see, can we go ahead and add a bit of frosting? Let's do this. Wireframe, I'm gonna grab all of this and do Shift D and scale it up just a little bit. And then I'll be able to go ahead and, like, form this some. Oh, I need to solidify it. There we go. And I definitely want it to be, whoa. All right, there we go. That'll work. And now I can add a bit of deformity, I guess. I don't know if that's the best word, but, you know, just stuff like this. Make it look like the icing's kind of dripping down a bit. And then I might add some bevels, each of these as well, later on, so it doesn't seem like sharp edges. I guess we could go up with some as well, down with some, and, you know, just try to make it look like an appealing cake, I suppose. All right, there we go. It doesn't look the greatest yet, but give me a second, and I'm going to try to beautify it a little bit. All right, guys, and there is the cake. I think it looks pretty good. I could also use this later on. Maybe I can grab one of these. I'll do Shift D and P selection, and then we'll have a single layer cake as well. That'll just help with diversity? I don't even know. It'll help make things look different. Now I just need a bagel and a cupcake. The bagel should be super easy. Check it out. Boom. Taurus. Boom, boom. Whoa. Chill. Boom. It's a bagel, I think. Probably something more along the lines of this, but, you know, hey, now we got a bagel at the very least. I don't think we should auto smooth this because it looks actually worse when we do. So let's put that over there. The bagel's done. Now just a cupcake. I love doing huge asset packs like this that are just super random because there's so much that I've just never done before. Like, I haven't made half of this stuff before, and it definitely helps me learn. And I learn new tricks as well. So it's just pretty cool to do super random stuff like this. But the last thing that I need to make for this pack is the cupcake, which I don't even know how to start, to be fair. All right, guys, with the tricks that I know, a cupcake really can't be that hard, okay? Let me see. We need a cylinder, and we definitely need more sides. I'm thinking, okay, I have to spawn in a new cylinder to get that menu back up. I'm thinking this one's gonna have to be a massive one. Once again, like 64 sides, because it's like basically cut in half, if that makes sense. So like if I go 64, then I need to grab the bottom face like so, scale this down, grab the top face, drag that down, and that's like the shape of a cupcake. But can I do that checker select on this as well? Let me see. I'll select all of those and then select checker D. Yes, perfect. And now I'm gonna scale these on the X and the Y axis. So S, X, Y. Now that'll lock it onto these axes. And there we go. We have like the thing for a cupcake. Wait, did it miss some of them? Whoa, pause, go back. It has them all selected. What was that? Ugh. S, Y, X. Okay, I'm just gonna scale it normally because that'll do all of them. I think what's happening is like I don't think scaling all of them is like the worst possible. So yeah, I mean, it'll be okay. But I didn't want to scale the insides like weird like that. Alright guys, I ain't gonna lie, I had to ask for some help because I did not know how to scale on 2 axes at once. It turns out you're deselecting the axis you do not want to scale on. So since we don't want it on the Y axis, we just do S, Shift, Z. And now it will, oh, hold on, I clicked another button. S, Shift, Z. Oh, no it's not. Just like the angle I had it at like this, it made it look normal, and that's not it. Rip. Alright guys, after making a total tool of myself in the Roblox Architects Discord, where I was asking for help, it worked. It is Shift Z, okay? So S, Shift Z, but then when I was on video, I was pressing Shift, letting go of Shift, and then pressing Z. I am such, I look so stupid in the Discord. But hey, I'm learning every day, alright? So we're gonna inset this, we're gonna extrude it down, and then we're gonna scale it in. Now this gives us our cupcake frame, or our cupcake case, I guess. Oh, wow, I feel so dumb. All right, let's just finish this up. I'm so embarrassed. Like, cause it worked, and then I came back to my video and it was all like, yeah, it works, and then it didn't, and oh my god, I'm just actually stupid. But we're gonna do S and Z and only scale on this axis. I'm gonna like drag this down a little bit, and this will sort of make up like the rest of the cupcake, if that makes sense. So it'll be like this. I'll do Shift D, scale it down, drag one up, something like this. Scale that down a little bit more. Shift D, one more should do it, something like that. And then we will do this, add in a icosphere once again, make it quite small, like a lot smaller than this. Give it a little rotato, you already know. And then let me grab like these faces. Shift D, S, E. Wow, that is a thick cherry stem. Let me just press L and like make all of this quite a bit smaller. And then we just want to grab these top faces here. Use circle select to make that quick. Little rotation, E, S, and we'll give it one more. Something like this. Now I'll just drop this down into the actual thing. And there we go. Add something like that, and I think it looks overall pretty good, guys. The cupcake, we have it. Now, I'm not gonna really show you guys the rest of the process because I have to separate these into the pieces that I want colored in studio. So that's just gonna be like a long, boring process. And I can't show you guys the actual game just yet either. So that is going to wrap it up for today. If you did enjoy and you want to see more content like this, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day. Later.